Hello. So in this video I want to talk about shooting one-handed and training different things with one-handed shooting. And again, as a reminder, if you haven't yet watched my video on gun safety, please go ahead and do so now, because safety is the most important thing. I always keep a link in the description to that video, so definitely go check that out if you haven't done so already before you do anything with firearms, with any guns, anything that potentially dangerous. You know, you need to learn the safety rules and keep that in mind for anything. So one-handed shooting. I'm sure the first thing that comes to a lot of people's mind when I mention that is what you see the thugs doing a lot. You know, like, hey, you know, give me your money. But no, that's not what I'm talking about with one-handed shooting. And there's actually very valid reasons for why you should train to shoot one-handed. Basically, if you're getting into shooting for the purpose of self-defense, you know, things like that, home defense, you have to consider all the scenarios. And let's say that you are out in the street and somebody tries to mug you, and that's the reason why you're forced to draw your firearm. You might be with your loved one, you might be with your child, you know, you might be with somebody else. So, you know, instead of just focusing on what you're doing and the bad guy, you might instinctively want to protect them, pull them behind you, something like that. You know, pull them close to you, you know, you might have that preoccupation with the other arm. Another scenario is that if simply drawing your firearm doesn't do it, or if, let's say, the person surprises you for whatever reason, your support arm or one of your arms is injured, that's another reason why you would end up shooting one-handed, because you don't want that injury to take you out of the fight completely. You know, you can still operate just fine with one hand. You know, that's why we have two. And for that reason, if you're thinking about getting an arm injured, it could very well be your dominant arm that gets injured as well. So then that's the reason why you should always practice shooting with your non-dominant hand as well. But I'm going to go over a technique that I learned actually not too long ago, just a couple years ago. I haven't really been doing this, you know, for as long as I've been shooting. I've been doing it the normal way, which is pretty much exactly the way you would think it is. You know, you have your normal grip with your dominant hand, and you just shoot one-handed with the firearm straight up. What I kind of learned a few years ago, and I kind of had my doubts, but I try everything, so I tried it and actually like it. You know, I actually found that the reasoning for it is pretty sound, and it actually does work. And what that is that instead of, you know, holding the firearm straight up like you normally would when you have two hands, you know, that's the best way, because that's a natural position. When you're one-handed, it's not really that natural, because I mean, if I tell you to punch your hand out, are you going to punch your hand out like this where your fist is perfectly straight? You know, if I tell you to punch with your fist perfectly straight, yeah, you'll do it. But let's say, for your rest, punch your hand straight up. You know, you notice that my fist is at an angle. You know, or some people might actually be more like this, but that's actually also kind of unnatural. You're twisting the radius and ulna. The most natural way I found when I just kind of put my arm out is kind of like let's just say about 45 degree. I mean, I'm sure it's not exactly 45 degrees, but say 45-degree angle. So basically the idea is to use that, you know, your natural position to shoot. So you're shooting with your handgun at a 45-degree angle, not like a full 90, you know, or anything like that, just 45 degrees. And since, you know, the handgun can be anywhere, that doesn't change your sight alignment. That still remains the same. You know, it's just at the angle, and it's at the distances that you're shooting for self-defense. You don't have to worry about which direction gravity is pulling. So you put the sight alignment on your target. You get the right sight picture, and you shoot at this angle. It's going to hit the same place. So this doesn't affect where you're hitting. What this does affect is just, you know, how you feel naturally doing it, and you know, the recoil would come more straight back versus like this. I found that it kind of like wants to throw the firearm off to the side. This way, I found that it pushes it straight back a little bit better. What you want to do with your other hand, if it's not already doing something, is to keep it close to your body. You know, that way you make sure that it never gets in front of the firearm. You're not getting it, you know, caught on anything or anything like that. And even while you're drawing, you know, you kind of keep it in that position. So you keep it close to your chest. You know, you do the same posture everywhere else. You know, a slight bend in the knees, leaning forward at the waist, and just, you know, cant your hand a little bit, 45-degree angle to the side as you're shooting. You know, same, everything else applies. Sight picture, sight alignment, all the safety rules. So that's basically what I recommend in terms of training for one-handed shooting. And the same goes with training with your weak hand. You know, you want to train like this, you know, at that same angle, but obviously point it the opposite, like always point it towards the inside of your body. Okay? But yeah, so this is a short video, and you know, thank you again for watching. And again, if you haven't already subscribed, you know, please subscribe to my videos, see, you know, any new videos come up, and you know, check out my channel to view other videos. And if you're in South Florida and would like some lessons or an actual full pistol shooting course, which includes classroom time and also range time, go into the description. It'll tell you how to get into contact with me to get more details about that. But again, thank you for watching this video, and just always remember to be safe.